Boom shakalaka!
All right.
We mean you know what time it was.
Right.
Yes.
All right, we are here and we are live, and we're so excited that you're joining us. Are you there? Somebody holler at us.
Yes, and we're a little bit late, but we're always on time.
Right, so we want to know if you can hear us. We have a new microphone that is working for us today. Can you hear us, Amy Cass? Let us know, please.
Holler if you hear us.
Holler, holler, holler.
No, it's holla.
Holla.
Not holler.
Holla, yes.
Holla.
Amy, can you hear us? Can you hear me? I bet you can hear them, but we're just... Pat Kenny says yes, I think. Oh, so evidently it is. You can hear us. Okay, so we're good.
Yes, we are.
We can hear us too.
We can hear us, and we have some great viewers today. We got a great show lined up for you. We got Mayor Quentin Hart here for the Boom Shakalaka. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always great to have you, Mayor. And yeah, it's just one of those wonderful Fridays. I could just rock in this chair and take a nap right about now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say that. It's nice and cool in here, isn't it?
It is. Bug free.
Okay,
Bug-free.
all of that.
So
you got a script. I mean, it's like the best of all worlds.
Right.
So look, for those of you that have been waiting, hi everyone. For those of you that have been waiting patiently, we were outside, and come to find out, Mayor Hart really is not a fan of bugs, and it's so muggy out there. So we switched our set around.
Yeah, it wasn't so much I don't like bugs. It's just, when they fly in your ear, they fly in your nose, they fly in your eye. I mean, they're in there. That's my personal space, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Shelly Smith says that she can hear us and see us.
Yes.
Hey.
Right, yeah. So yeah, we're glad that we wish that the bugs would learn a little social distancing. That would be nice, right?
Absolutely.
Right. We ought to come up with some kind of spray or something.
Yeah.
Stay away or just keep swatting.
But it is beautiful out there, which so I appreciate that. But
Thank you. On a nice day, it's very pleasant, but you got to have a breeze for the bugs. Well, there's always something good happening on the north end, Chaveevah.
And everywhere else in the Cedar Valley. But before we go very much further, we need to just pull back right now and stop for a moment, and because we have condolences that we've got to give out to the community right now.
That's right. We know there have been some losses, and one that really hits close to home, Mayor Hart. I know you know the Mabry family, and we definitely want to express our condolences to the Mabry family for the loss of Terrence Mabry, one of the twins.
Absolutely. So our condolences and love goes out to the families. So it's just a tough situation with COVID, but we just pray for the family. So condolences to the Mabry family.
Yes, indeed.
And also, if anyone has seen it on our Facebook page, if you look for it, there has been a GoFundMe page set up by Terry's twin, Jerry. And if there's anything that you can do to help out at this time, that's greatly appreciated as well.
Right. And anybody that knows the Mabrys know that they're a very close family, and but still, we need to support them. They stop in Old School Lounge and put in some money in their donation box to help out. Waterloo businesses are all being hit really, really hard, Mayor, and we'll be talking about that with you in a little bit, what the plan is for future. I know everything's reopened and stuff, but just want everyone to be mindful that people are hurting really bad right now, so do the right thing and, share some love, especially those that are
safe.
And stay
absolutely
safe. Indeed. All right, switching gears here, we had a great time last week with Corey Johnson, and he really spoke in the Change Gonna Come segment.
Yes, he really had some awesome insight. As you know, Mayor, we have been, or maybe you don't know, but we've been talking to black men just to get your input on how you're feeling about things. We seem like we're in a really tumultuous time right now, and a lot of changes is happening, and you know, we all got lots of ways that we feel about that, and especially, you know, as concerns social justice and how it concerns black people. So.
Right.
And we wanted to ask you right off top, Mayor, about the new changes that are coming with we wanted to have our chief to here today, but of course he's out of town for Father's Day weekend. And so we wanted to just talk to you a little bit about some of the quick reform that's happened already. And I believe there's change coming with the logo that has been something that's been a problem here in the black community. Speak to that.
So there's a number of changes. One, it is the creation of possibly a second patch. Right now you have the one where there's been a lot of conversations about, but it's also ability to also have another patch as well in the interim time. Number two is the de-escalation. The use of force policy has drastically changed. Number three, outreach groups, different officers working with various agencies, and so that you can get familiar and have the ability to meet an officer. What else? Procedural justice training is coming as well.
And what about the interaction? Sorry to interrupt you, but I know that one thing that a lot of people are saying is that they need other people there in certain instances, like social services perhaps, or mental health, because a lot of people are running around untreated.
Every police call does not really require the police.
Right. Then, people don't know what to do in those situations. So trying to put together CIT teams that will go out on some of those calls to try to help diffuse whatever the situation is. So there's probably, 15, 20. They've already started implicit bias, de-escalation training already as we speak. So very aggressive. We probably right now have one of the more aggressive, equitable types of police ordinances and policies in the entire state, all within 2 weeks. So we're very, very happy about that as well.
How receptive have the officers been as concerned? That the reason why I asked that question is because in some places around the United States, what's been happening is that there have been some officers that have been resigning. Right.
Right. Well, we're fortunate not to have any of that at this particular point. And change could be good because the biggest room that we have is a room for improvement, and so change could be good. Change, body camera ordinances and policies. All of those things are good change. So thus far, we haven't had anyone quit. We had a lot of people that have been stepping up to the challenge, wanting to improve relationships and work very well with the community. So that's the hope and the continuation. They had the meet and greet at Sullivan Park, which was pretty good as well. There were a couple hundred people that came out for that also. So it's so far so good.
That's good. That's encouraging.
Yeah.
That is encouraging. And in the last few weeks, we've seen more monumental structural change in just society as a whole. I mean, with the changes to NASCAR, I still can't get over that. The Confederate flag is
that got
finally,
me on that one.
I just couldn't get over that. And then, of course, with some other changes that have been just, I read a post one time, somebody said racism is so American that, protesting against it seems un-American.
Yeah.
So isn't that crazy? It's true. It's something that we've all learned to, quote unquote, live with. And this, go ahead, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. So the thing that we're going to talk about today is the change in Aunt Jemima. A lot of people are having, especially some of our white friends, have a wonder, they're not understanding it. And I guess I want to start this little conversation out by saying that when it's something about someone else's culture, really, in my opinion, your opinion doesn't matter. You should listen to what the people that it affects have to say. So if you want to learn something about how this is being addressed and why it's being changed, then you should probably just listen to somebody that it affects.
Absolutely.
Chaveevah.
Yeah. Someone had made the remark online that they felt that that the image of Aunt Jemima was iconic. And so was, they felt that the woman, Hattie McDaniels, who was the first black woman to win an Oscar, she won it for Gone with the Wind, that she also was an icon. And I'm like, okay, but here's the thing. Do you think these people really are okay with being portrayed in this way? That's not a role they chose for themselves.
As a servant.
Yeah, as a servant.
And that's how you want to be immoralized, as that.
Well, that's maybe some of the people that don't have a problem with it are happy that we're in that position, happy that we are servants today. So the interesting part is, I wonder how much money the family of Aunt Jemima made from her likeness being used on that bottle. I wonder if they were able to get patents, or if they were able to profit from their image being used. I mean, they share the dividend.
Sure.
So I mean, Uncle Ben's, all down the line, we have been used for the profit of white people. I mean,
that's a good point. And we were talking earlier that aunt, that uncle, is not your aunt.
That's right.
Right? That's not your uncle.
Yeah.
Those endearing terms were a nice way to say my something else.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't appreciate the aunt, don't appreciate the uncle, unless you've raised a black child and you've seen them hurt because of something a white person has said, then you don't have an opinion about Aunt Jemima. I took my daughter to a tennis lesson once. I never will forget this. And she's standing in line with some white girls, and they're all, looking as cute as they could be for their little tennis lesson. And I saw my daughter looking kind of sad, and I'm like, baby, what's the matter? She wouldn't even tell me. I get emotional thinking about it. That's why I don't talk about this stuff. But she said, and she wouldn't even tell me what the girls said. We finally got home. I'm tucking her into bed, and she told me what they said to her. And I said, why are you so upset? She said, Mom, one girl looked at the other girl in a disgusting way, and she said, oh my gosh, what if you were black? That's how they felt. They were so glad to be there, and my daughter was the only black girl in the line, And so this is the perception. So if you have a bad connotation about what being black is, then you definitely don't need stereotypes that aren't becoming and aren't conducive to black culture today.
And I'm sorry. And I take a look back at my mom. My mom down south used to clean up the house for white families. My mom used to pick cotton, and to be able to take the image or likeness of African American woman at that time, and then turn around and put her on a bottle for syrup, and my mom not to even profit a little bit, from the image and likeness. To me, that's a sad reality of where we're at right now. And then of all days, and I know we talk about positive stuff.
Yes.
But there's liberation with the truth.
That's right.
But today is also, what is today?
Juneteenth.
Happy
Juneteenth, everybody.
Happy Juneteenth.
So we had to go a little bit of Juneteenth right now.
Right, we did. And we know this is our segment called Give It Air. So the only one other thing in closing out the Aunt Jemima conversation, for those of you that don't understand this whole thing, because I'm going to be done talking
Aunt Jemima's family need reparations. That's what we put
reparations. But we want to say that it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're changing the label, and
But in the midst of that and all the hubbub that's being made about a label change, I want to see some systemic changes that make some kind of difference. I don't care. I don't care. Aunt Jemima, you all always knew that was not cool. That's why they took that rag off her head like a couple of decades ago.
Whatever, right. Yes, indeed, indeed. And so, yeah, just know that it's a good thing. And there's one more point I was going to make, but I'll have to go back to that. Shout out to our girl, Miss Yo. She got the job as director of Upward Bound at UNIQ.
Yes, I can't think of a more fitting person to step into that role as far as working with our young people. So congratulations and much success.
Right, right. Okay, Chaveevah.
Okay, and always we got to shout out our crew, WCT. We'll be back there, I guess, as soon as possible. Ed and Agnes and Zion.
Of course, Zion will be back one of these days.
Yeah.
When social distance a little bit better.
Right.
I know one thing I wanted to point out about the lady, okay?
Oh, we're
going back to Aunt Jemima because some people think she was a millionaire. That was an actor that portrayed that stereotype that made some money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clear it up.
So Aunt Jemima really did get paid off of off the syrup.
Aunt Jemima is a fictional character.
Oh.
Right.
That was.
And that's not true. That
That's
Aunt
not
Jemima was a millionaire.
No.
However, it was true that Step and Fetch It made a pretty penny.
Okay.
But I'm saying people used to hate that image of him too. But I admire Step and Fetch It because he did that on his own terms.
Right.
He was a star in his community because of the things that he did with that money, playing those roles that they could get whoever to play.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Anyway, Merry Christmas.
If y'all see me on a bobblehead, y'all better make sure people get paid from it.
I know that's right.
Make sure.
I'll be like, where's my mayor's money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so speaking of Juneteenth, Mayor, we know you had a birthday. We know your wife's birthday's coming up.
June 27th.
June 27th. We'll have her on our birthday list next week.
All right.
But we have some special donuts for you and your whole family.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, open them
La
up.
la.
Oh, you open them up. And you know what?
Ta-da.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That's what
They
I'm talking about.
Yeah, they say happy
Just to
Juneteenth.
give y'all a little teeny whiny peek,
Can
but
you
I don't want to
kinda
knock
tilt
them over.
up? Yeah, or you can't see them very well, but they're
Oh,
really
They are
good. I'm
special
just
Juneteenth.
doing
Good.
our special Juneteenth
Did they
donuts.
donate? See, y'all got me like in this militant mode. Did they donate some of the proceeds to Juneteenth organizations? I'm just playing.
No, but
Those are incredible.
they are Rockets Bakery. Of course,
Yep.
we love Rockets right downtown.
Downtown Waterloo.
Exactly, where we love to be.
Well, Rocky, I was going to ask you if there's any
No comments.
comments.
I'm looking.
We got a
We
good
may
few
not get
people
comments
watching.
this week.
Say for everybody who
No.
is watching, thank you so much for joining us. You know, we love you. Thanks for being there.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Mayor Hart. Now it's all about you because you're our guest. Like she said, at the beginning of the show, we've been doing our Change Gonna Come segment.
Okay.
And we usually have a black man to talk about that this month. And I started thinking, I'm not colorblind. Mayor Hart is black. He's a black man. So we're going to have you do everything.
Okay.
So how do you feel about this reform bill, and do you think it will make a difference? We talked about that. Chaveevah, what's the other question you wanted to ask? Oh, what advice?
Yeah, and what kind of conversations have you had with your children in terms of all these crazy things that have been going on?
Well, it's kind of hard to explain why someone would put their knee in your neck and then put their hand in their pocket. But you know, evil exists. But the biggest thing is about knowing who you are, that you are here, you have a purpose. God set you apart, and just trying to get them to understand it and find out exactly who they are as people. So no matter what somebody else tries to inflict on you, you continuously understand who you are as a person and what you're put here to be. So I'm just trying to help them go along that path, and you know, at the same time teaching things to stand up for yourself, but be respectful at the same time. But it's really a challenging situation when you do all those things and you still get treated a certain manner.
That's true. Are you giving your children any special notes about how to act? We all want to be respectful when we're arrested, when we're not getting arrested, right?
In interactions with police.
Any
you
special
know.
instructions that you promote as a black father?
You know, unfortunately, the things like don't move a certain way, don't move too quick, make sure your hands are in visible sight, but just some of those types of things that have been passed down to me, from my parents as well, unfortunately.
Of course, yeah, same here. Yeah, same here. And Chaveevah? Time for the
Oh,
Soul Town.
the Soul Town.
I thought we was following the program.
See, COVID has had, and just the way that we've been doing things. We do stuff on the fly, and that's cool. That's no problem.
Right.
But it has certainly had an effect on us, remembering to always make time to shout out this wonderful magazine.
And the Soul Town isn't just nationwide. The Soul Town is worldwide.
That's right.
Kind of like this show.
That's right too.
Absolutely.
Which was inspired by the Soul Town and the extraordinaire Chillin', who is in Waterloo, I understand. I know you know.
Waterloo. She called me, and I didn't get a chance to see her, so I know she's watching right now.
Right, eat your heart out, Chillin'. We got the mayor over here.
That's right. Be sure to check out this month's issue, which is shouting out to our graduates. It's been a whole other experience for them because it's just not been business as usual with the celebrations and things that they can usually expect. However, there's some people who have stepped up and made things awesome, such as Purvis.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And anyway, just read the magazine because it's got some great stuff in there. Shout out to our debutantes from Club La Dames this year. All of those things.
Queen Gabby, Big Q, and also if you need to go get a Soul Town, you go to soultown.com, or you can contact Chillin' at 319-505-4020.
Thank you.
All right.
And Mayor, thanks to you, we have some new viewers today. We have Mr. Adam J. Shriver. He says, I'm the first time listener. Lori Shriver here. Your show was recommended to me, looking out for the local artists and creatives and local culture. I'm loving hearing you and the mayor too. So really it's about me first and
Absolutely.
But
then
of
you
course.
too.
Absolutely.
Okay, and happy Juneteenth to all.
You need some new viewer music. Like you hit this button, it's
Yeah.
new
Yes.
viewer, so
Right.
you can acknowledge them.
What about the national holiday, Juneteenth? Because I think we should all be more
Aware.
aware of Juneteenth. Not
Right.
not that anybody would have to tell us. Nobody would
Some
have
made
to
it famous.
Right. Somebody make it famous, but we should all
Right.
say Happy Juneteenth to everyone because what better way to celebrate emancipation?
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's a celebration of freedom. It's a celebration of freedom.
Yeah, and since Texas got the memo late.
That's right.
But today I had a chance to do a virtual Juneteenth with Tanya Graves of Black Hawk County, WNAACP, and Viridian Credit Union, Angie. And we read Mayor Green from Cedar Falls read the proclamation. I read ours, and then we had 3 students that received leadership awards, and one of them was Lakey Maish. And
you told her
Chris.
name up.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did, but I know it was Wallakin, last name Wallakin, I believe. So, but excellent kids, great tribute, and those virtual Juneteenth things will be happening for the next couple days.
All right.
Awesome. Patricia Harris wants to know what is Waterloo going to do to address systemic racism before we sing our birthday song?
Well, it depends what area you're talking about. One, we have the most aggressive police reform in the entire state of Iowa, probably one of the most aggressive ones in the entire United States right now. So that is not just in relation to Mr. Floyd, God rest his soul, but that's the track that we were on to do anyway with the changes that we've recently made. So that's one area that's huge for us, and that's being done, has been done.
All right.
All right.
And Daniel, we want to say hi to our Daniel Zilk. He says hi to the mayor.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Dan.
And of course, shout out to Purvis, who's doing wonderful things.
Yeah.
Anybody? I
Yes.
didn't get on the update for what's going on, but I know.
I believe there's a prom that's going to be happening.
Yeah, I think they changed the
But it
date.
seems yes, they had to change the date because I think it was like maybe a conflict of dates or something else that was happening. But it's still just awesome to, again, have that way of recognizing our young people in ways that they missed out on
Right,
because of
this
this
year.
COVID-19.
And then they had the
Sorry about the
parade
wonky
last
camera.
Saturday as well. So that was good too. So we thank Purvis for his leadership on that.
Yes. Indeed. Are you hiring any city workers? Someone wants to know.
You have to go to the HR page, Human
HR
Resources.
page.
Sorry, I don't know offhand, but
Okay.
there's over 500 positions, and sometimes I get a little confused. But go to
Yeah, I bet.
cityofharleyiowa.com and look at HR.
Tanara wants to thank us for the history lessons. They're helpful to those who want to know their history. Kudos. Kudos back to Tanara, who has that awesome new group.
Hey, hey.
Yes, we got to get you on the show. Local, Pat Kenny wants to know local march organizers Jamad Salas, Yolandis Ross came to the Grout Museum, and Jamad gave us an oral history interview. We are trying to document this historic time in our community. Awesome.
Yes.
Kudos to Pat Kenny's
I know,
always
he is
doing
on it
stuff.
with the history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Local, national, world.
Amy Cass says the veneers of change will no longer suffice. Real institutional change is needed to come to fruition.
She needs to cite that. That's incredible.
That is. And again, we want to thank all of our viewers. Sorry our picture's lopsided. It's the mayor's fault.
I get blamed for everything else, so just add it.
Right. And so, because you're our combination guest,
Right.
give it air, change gonna come. And yes, we also have now a birthday singer
Ta-da!
that sings solo every week now.
Oh no, he doesn't. This is a group effort. Teamwork. That's what Juneteenth is about. It's about unity.
That's right. Teamwork
Coming
makes the
together.
dream work, right?
All right, well, we're gonna celebrate and sing. But Chaveevah, why don't you guys both read off the names? I'm gonna get on the camera here in a little bit, but I gotta show Chaveevah how to hold it straight like this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
We have Edward Loggins III, Peggy Filio Smith, Latanya Graves,
Hey.
Yay!
Tanara Wade, and Pat Kenny.
All
Tanara.
right. Yes, happy birthday, folks. Happy birthday, Bridget Saffold, Brian Sink, Stephanie Mohorn, Gabby DeWitt, and
Hey, Gabby.
Valerie Hockey.
Yes, all right.
So
Okay.
Elliot Wise, Heather Robinson, Nia Shindig, Kim Renee Young, Tamika Galloway, Mark Crawford Jr., and I think Ray Foyce, Councilman Ray Foyce as well.
Oh,
okay.
Councilman Ray Foyce. How about that? Well, I just want to join the party because I'm going to be cutting up over there.
Oh, and
Thinking I'm
Cassandra
gonna get
Hart
right
gets
in the
an
mix.
early birthday
Cassandra
shout out
Hart,
too, yeah?
absolutely.
Oh,
I need
Cassandra, we get to holler at her twice.
I
There
need
you
to
go.
earn points. I need points.
Okay,
So-
so
Are we switching up now?
no, I don't need you over here. We're just all gonna stick it over there and sing.
Aha, I see.
I gotta move my arm.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna sit right here.
All right.
And we'll sing 6 feet down. Get back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll sing "Happy Birthday," and it goes something like this.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. All right.
There, that was so worth
That sound
me getting
good.
There you go. If you can't sing good, sing loud.
We knew you couldn't keep you away from the camera.
Oh no, I got a new gold top on today,
And that must be seen.
and somebody got to see it today.
Hey.
All right, well, as always, oh, the camera's wobbly. Where's my Agnes, right?
I know,
We
right?
love Agnes and Ed.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's it, you guys.
Yeah, and thank you so much. We hope you all had a good time. We had a great time, right?
Absolutely.
And what is it? What did it end with?
Oh, well, you know. Yes. You know, what is it, babe? You didn't even, we didn't even serve them. You were so worried about them bugs, we forgot to get you a glass of wine.
It's okay. It's just the life of a man.
As always, until next time, keep doing more of what makes us, you, awesome.
Because it makes us all look good.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
See you next time.